there, lovely people. Now this may sound kind of lame, but I think something as simple as a deck of cards is really cool. Thank you. And I take it back. But if you put your mind to it, there's actually so much you can do with a deck of cards. Now, I've played a lot of card games over the years, and I've noticed that people's preferred game, and even how they play, says a lot about them. Of course, I can't cover every single card game in existence, but I can at least talk about the ones that I've played or at least attempted to. Starting with Solitaire. It means you are very lonely. I would know, I've played it a lot. Rude. And how you play makes a difference too. If you're someone who actually prefers to play with physical cards, that probably means you have a lot of free space. Or you know how to make a lot of free space. If you're like most people and actually prefer to play on the computer, it means that you're at least smart enough to make the cards deal themselves for you. Spider Solitaire. Guess what? You're still lonely, but it also probably means you spend even more time on the computer. Does anyone actually even play it with real cards? Because if so, please tell me how playing with 9 decks works out for you. Poker. This means you probably like gambling and uncertainty, and no one can ever tell what you're actually thinking because of your poker face. You also probably like listening to Kenny Rogers. You got to know when to hold on, know when to fold on. Strip poker. Get out. Did you really think I was even going to go there, you gutter minds? Pinochle. If you're anything like half of my family, this probably means you have at least a dozen decks of cards somewhere around your house. Most of which aren't even standard, much to my dismay when I want to be a loner and play solitaire in my little lonely corner. You may also have the tradition of forcing the younger generations to learn how to play. Well, I'm sorry, Grandma, but I don't have the attention span and the focus to try and figure it out. Plus, there's math involved. Aren't card games supposed to be fun? I'm sorry for being the one grandchild who can't carry on the tradition. I still love you, though. 52 pickup. You must really like tidying up. And counting. 13, 14, 15. Blackjack. You really like counting. Or you're an MIT student. Or, you know, you could just like playing the game and have no ulterior motives whatsoever. Slapjack. You like inflicting violence on people. No joke though, I actually know somebody who would flip their ring around whenever she played it so she could inflict more damage onto people. It's a brutal game. Uno. Forget what I said, this is a brutal game. Playing this means you love getting into fights with friends and family. Alliances are formed then betrayed, the rules are constantly called into question, and best friends become worst enemies. It's just beautiful, beautiful chaos. And you know you're an Uno junkie when you pick this as your weapon in the zombie apocalypse. Go fish! You're either 5 years old, or you just don't know any other card games. Old maid. You make it your goal in life to avoid elderly unmarried people. Spoons. You love the idea of musical chairs, but with cards, no music, and spoons. Yeah, I don't really know either. Tarot cards. This can mean one of two things. You could have the tendency to waste money on fortune tellers, or you can be the fortune teller scamming people out of their money. Why do I smell incense? Alright, who are you and how did you get into my room? I go by many names. Can you give me one of them? The name I have chosen for myself is Dawn Moonblossom. Okay, but that still doesn't answer how you got in here. I have my ways. Well, in this case, I came in through the open window. Open window? It's the middle of winter, none of the windows have been open in months. Where'd all that come from? I have my ways. Of course you do, but could you please... Would you like me to read your destiny from the cards? Well, fine, if it'll make you... Well, that will be $15. I take cash and credit cards. $15? I don't know who you think I am, lady, but I'm just some broke college student. You don't have any money. Well, thank you for wasting my time. Your time? I'm the one trying to film a video and you just barge in here. Whatever. What just happened? Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, etc. Sadly, I wasn't even cool enough to be taught how to play any of these games. But if you actually played anything like this in your childhood, or otherwise, then I applaud you. Your childhood was much cooler than mine. Stop reminding me! Apples to apples. You're someone who enjoys putting nouns to adjectives. You have also probably had to endure far too many family game nights. Apples to apples junior. You still like putting nouns to adjectives, but in easier to understand terms. It also means you've probably had to endure far too many kids' parties. Cards Against Humanity. You liked the basic concept of apples to apples, but you felt it just wasn't edgy enough for you. It also means you're going to hell. Especially if you're really good at it. Unfortunately, I can't afford a physical version of the game, but I have met a lot of really great people through the online version. I think that's a pretty good list. And I know I've missed some, so feel free to let me know which card game is your favorite and what you think it says about you. But I just still think it's so cool that card games have been around for centuries and they still continue to evolve and grow and be used to entertain people. You know what? You're just being a jerk because you can't even play card games because of your lack of arms. For the love of... But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.